Discovery Education. So we all have Discovery Education on our class link, and the students have it as well. So if you have students, they can also get in Discovery Education. If you are a teacher that has students assigned to you where you have them a grade book for them in Skyward, then you'll actually have your classrooms in there. And even if you don't, you can still create a classroom and add a student to that classroom and do it that way. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and open Discovery Education on my class link. And so in Discovery Education, I don't know if you've used it before. It was way back in the day, it was really just videos, but they've come a long way since then. I hadn't seen it in a while, and I saw it just about a year ago, and I was expecting just to have like videos to find to show for certain things, which it does have that. But it also has another section now where you can build lessons. They have lessons built in. They have quizzes and activities, interactives built in as well. So it's got a lot more than just videos to see. So when I get into Discovery Ed, if you click your little bars up at the top for your navigation bar, there are 3 sections to the navigation. The first section is where you might store your content, so you can save items to your content. That just makes it a lot easier to find the next time you get into Discovery Ed. If you have classrooms or you set up classrooms, then when you create assignments, then you would have assignments listed under assignments here. And I've got one assignment. I think I had several yesterday, but they all became due, I guess. So I have one assignment here. And then you also, if you have students, you'll see your students under students. And then in your classrooms, you would see any classrooms that you have under classrooms. Especially if you do have grade books in Skyward, they would be listed here as your classrooms. All right, so the other thing that you would have under My DE is educator support, and that's basically where you can go and get support on using Discovery Education. So little webinars on how to use it, mini lessons, and things like that. A guided tour of what the students see. So that's just some support for you. So when I'm in Discovery Ed and I want to get back to my home page, I always click the D. The D gets me back. So sometimes I'm really deep into Discovery Ed and I just want to get back to home. I'll hit the D there just to get back to where I can see everything on my home. All right, going down underneath the navigation, you have the experience area. So that's where you're going to go and look for different resources and explore. And you can search by curriculum aligned resources. You can search by the state standards, and we'll look at that in a little bit. You can also look at instructional strategies. So the Instructional Strategies Center is just a place for you to go and look at all these different kinds of instructional strategies that you might want to incorporate. So if you've done something for several years and you want to change up how you're doing it with the students, that is a good resource to go to. The last one in the experience area is Careers Hub, and that's something that we use. I've talked to the CTE teachers up at the junior high about using that to look at careers. And then the last little section here is where you can create different presentations, or you can do activities. You can see under the tools it says quiz or assessment builder. So all of that are now new tools that you can use when you're working in Discovery Ed to kind of create an activity or create an experience so that they're not just looking at a video. What they say when you talk to trainers that come in from Discovery Ed, they say the best way to use Studio is to go find a resource that's already created. So you would go find an activity or find a quiz or whatever, and then you can tweak that. So you would open it in Studio and you can tweak it to work for you. It's kind of a big lift. If you want to start in Studio and create from scratch, you can definitely do it. But their recommendation is it's probably easier if you find something already created and then just edit it for yourself. All right, so those are the tools that are underneath the navigation bar. Over here in the middle, this is my home screen. So on my home screen, I'll have recommendations for me. It says curated for you, and that's based on when I set up my account in Discovery Ed, what I selected that I taught, what grade did I teach, what subjects did I teach. Based on that, they curate things for me. Down below that, I have experience. So this is, I think, the default setup right now. So it shows you any kind of extra things that we may have in the district that you can use. If we have any extra curriculum packs, you'll see that listed here under curriculum packs. And if I go down a little further, I'll see some activities that I might want to use. Again, that's probably based on what I've said my grade levels are. And then the timely and relevant, this is based on the time of year and what's going on in the world. So as you can see, this is around Halloween, around Thanksgiving, around fall, around Red Ribbon. So they're showing a lot of different activities, or these are actually channels that go along with that. And then I can just kind of scroll through and they'll give me a few more. There's sports, because we're starting with football. Virtual field trips is a good one. I'm going to go through some channels and tell you some channels you might want to bookmark for yourself in just a little bit. And then, of course, you go on seasonal changes. That's something we might be seeing. That might be more of a spring thing too. Going down a little lower, it'll have some videos that's recommended for me, top news stories, and so on. So this last little section here is called My Channels. Now, really, I want my channels to be at the top because this is where I'm going to save things that I use. So I'm going to show you in a minute how you can edit your home screen so that you can have things on top that might be more important to you than all the stuff that I just scrolled through. So let me look at my channels real quick. Yeah. Okay. So my channels is really important. So I'm going to go up to the very top of my home screen. So I'm up at the top now, and I want to edit my layout on my home screen. And it's super simple because really all you're doing is you click up on the right where it says edit home layout. And then it just gives you the list of all the things that I just went through, all the different areas. And so what I'm looking for when I'm looking at this is my channels, because this is showing me the order that it's going to show on my screen. And all this stuff is a lot, but my channels is important to me. So I'm going to take my channels and I want to move it all the way up. I leave that curated for you at the top just so that it's still there, so that I can see what they're pulling for me. But my channels, I put right below that. And then the other thing that I like on this is timely and relevant. So I'll pull that up, and it's a short one. So I'll put it above my channels because my channels ends up being kind of long with all the channels I put in there. So, and then I can rearrange some of these other ones if I wanted to for my home screen, but it really doesn't matter right now. So we'll do that. I'll hit done. And now I have it the way I want it. Here's my ones that are curated for me. I've got timely and relevant, and then my channels. So let's talk about channels for a minute. So channels are just like groups of activities, videos, all kinds of things that are around whatever subject matter is on the channel. So when you're looking at mine, we've got some basic ones, Best of Discovery, and then we've got ELA, Math Science, all these basic channels. So let me show you some fun channels then for kindergarten. Okay, so let's go to academics first. And I taught kindergarten when I taught too. So
Oh,
2
okay.
years ago. All right, so in academics, this is a channel that just has these activities that the kids can do. So they can do skill builders and things. And I know I talked to a kindergarten group yesterday because I went to Parker and talked to them. And when we
Uh-huh.
talked about the different things, we decided, because this you can make assignments and things like that. Well, that might not work so much for your kids. I mean, they're really doing hands-on and things. But with these, you can assign it to them so that when they do go into Discovery, and I'll show you in a minute, I'll sign in as a student and show you what it looks like. They can get
Okay.
to it. It is like 4 clicks though. It's 4 clicks to get to it, but at least they can get to it if you assign it to them. So
Okay.
the one that we looked at yesterday was jumping chicks. And so it says practice counting to 10. So when I click on that, it brings up this little activity. And these are the clicks I was talking about. So look at that click, that click, that click, that click. and it counts.
That's
All right,
cute.
so then I'm this one, so I have to, okay, now it wants me to jump on a 3. So it's just real simple. Something they can do
Oh,
on
okay.
their computer, you know? Okay, I don't even know which one's 8. Okay, if they hit the wrong one, they fall in the water. And so they
Oh,
could go,
okay. Well,
yeah.
that's cute.
It's simple, it's cute. It's something that they can do maybe when they finish something else. And probably what they talked about doing was showing it on the big screen first for them so they can
Mm-hmm.
see where to click. And then whenever they get in with their quick card and then they'll just click on Discovery Ed, it just pops it up for them. I'll have to show you in a minute. Let me go ahead and sign this one.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
let me sign this one real quick. So when you assign something, you click assign and then it gives you this screen. And if they're just going to go through Discovery Ed, you just say assign to your students. That's the way I would do here. And then I just kind of have to next through the screens. I choose my class. And so a lot of times you guys will have every subject class. So you just pick your homeroom class or whichever one you want to use.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say today is the start day and then Friday is the end day, and I'm going to assign that. I have got my one student in there. And let me get on my one student real quick, and you can see. Go ahead and sign in. And they have Discovery Ed on their dashboard and class link.
Okay.
Go ahead, and I'm going to hit sign in here. So what they see on theirs, it looks a little different than yours, but what they see is any assignments right here at the top. So for your little guys, I wouldn't be doing big assignments, but maybe if you want them to go to certain games or they've got books in here too. We'll look at the books and maybe if you want them to go listen to a book on theirs, but they would
Oh,
just
that'd be
click.
good.
Yeah, so they can just click that and then they
Mm-hmm.
click open. And again, this is what we were talking about, how there were several clicks. So we might have to do some explanation at the beginning in front of the class so they know what to do. Keep clicking the yellow button until you get there, something like that. So
Okay.
anyway, so it looks the same. We're not going to keep going in it. But then they can also
That's
mark
cute.
it as complete. If you tell them to hit that blue button at the top when they're done, then it'll just mark it
Mm-hmm.
as complete and you'll see on your end that they've done it.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's that. Let me see if I can stop this. I don't know if I can stop it. I'm just going to close it. All right, so let me just hide that for now in case we need to go back to it. All right, so let's go. Okay, so this is where we just assigned it. So I'm going to go ahead and close it. I didn't mark it as complete, so we wouldn't see that. But if I did, then in my assignments, if I had marked it
Put
as
light.
complete, it would
Mm.
say one complete. Okay, so let's go back to our discovery. So I'm going to go to my D. It gets me back to my home. All right, so what I just showed you was this academics. So that might be a channel that you might want to save. So all you would need to do is you would just search it at the top when you get into discovery,
Mm-hmm.
academics. And then when you search anything, if there's any individual things that go with it, it's going to go over here on the left. If there's any channels that go with it, it's going to go over here on the right. And then if you want to add it to your channel so it'll be on your home page, then you hit these 3 little dots. And mine says remove because it's already there, but you would click right here and it'll say add to my channels. And then you'll get that in
Okay.
your channels. Okay, so let me go back home again. Let me show you the books one. And this is one you can definitely use at the front of the class with them, or you could possibly assign it and let them look at them that way. So there's several books in here. So this little one is cute. It's coming up pretty soon. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
little
Right.
ghost afraid of the dark. Yeah. So let's see if I hit play, I can usually get full screen. Yeah. So that's really cute. I like the way it highlights the words, of course,
It
as
is.
a book.
Uh,
Yeah. And so that's
uh-huh.
something you
Yeah,
can
that's
do with
good.
them. Yeah.
Okay.
And there's more. So let's go back and look at the books for a minute. But there's several more here. There's some ones that we're real familiar with as well. But I just wanted to make sure you knew about this channel. And then there's another channel that I remember. Let's see. Okay, let's go find that channel. There's several of them. I've got several of them bookmarked, but the other one I wanted to show you what it's cram jams. So again, any of these channels that I have on my home screen, all you would do is search it at the top. And then when it shows up over on the right, you would just add it to my channels. And then you would have it when you get into Discovery Ed. So Cram Jams is cute because it has little songs about different things that you're teaching about ELA stuff. It goes into other things, but it also has like little worksheets that are cute that go along with them. So like this one right here, the noun, person, place, or thing, that's really cute. The songs are real
Well,
catchy.
that's what we were learning today.
Oh, wow. Okay. So anyway, so there's several of those that might be something you can use. You said you were just talking about that today.
Uh-huh. Yeah, we were just learning about that today. Uh-huh.
Oh, good. All right. So that's a good channel for you as well. Let's see what else I can find. And these, I mean, as I'm going through them with teachers, I mean, they're telling, oh, this is a good one for this is a good one for that. So I just want to make sure that I show you those. Let's see. I did books. Let's look at, so Need to Know Junior on that. So that's one where it just has about communities. I think y'all talk about communities, helpers in
Uh-huh.
your
We're also
community.
learning. We're doing my community heroes right now.
Yeah. So another place that you can probably find some resources to do with that. And so that is called Need to Know Junior. That's another channel that you
Okay.
can bookmark and pull those up. A lot of good things for doing, activities.
I'm
Go ahead.
sorry, is this provided free or do you have
Yeah.
to pay
No,
for
we
it?
pay for it. We pay for it in the district. So it's paid for it already for you. So
Okay, I wasn't sure if they're gonna try to charge me for it or
nope.
okay.
Nope. Nope. We pay for it every year. So we've got it in
Oh,
our class link. Yep.
oh, wow. We've never
Yeah.
had
So it's,
training on this.
no, I know. That's why I'm trying to get it out there. Yep. So it's got
Oh,
some good
goodness.
research. So all I just showed you was just the channels, and the channels are powerful. There's a lot of things in there.
Oh,
What I
okay.
did, what I told you at the beginning was, I mean, we're seeing a lot of videos and things, but there are activities and things in there too. So a different way to search is if you go up to these little navigation bar, you can go down and just search by state and academic standards. And so it's got Texas there for us. And let's say we are doing social studies. Let's see if they've got anything for us in social studies and view the standards. So when you're looking at the list of standards, it'll show you if there are resources, it'll give you a little link to go view the resources that they say are
Oh,
aligned with that
wow.
standard. Yeah,
Very nice.
yeah.
Well,
So,
that's awesome because
okay.
we're kind of lacking.
Well, this might be a good place to kind of see what else there is, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's think of one. Is there something that you, okay, let's see.
Do you have social studies?
Yeah, I've got it on here. Social studies. Human. You were doing no responsibilities.
Citizens.
No.
We can look at that one. Citizens.
Okay, let's go down this way. Identify the United States. Okay, so what they have here, it looks like
Okay,
it's
we
like a
were
United
learning,
States
yeah,
flag.
about the state
Okay.
symbols.
All right, let's see what we got here. So here's the flag of Texas. So I think this is just about the flag. And it is a little, this is a
Okay.
video segment. But anyway, so that's just another way to search. But you can also just like we did, or well, showing you earlier, you can just search at the top. So if we do Texas
Okay.
symbols up here, oh, it really just has one. Okay, 4 videos. I don't see the other 4. All right, let's just do Texas. Let's see what we get with Texas. So we've got some regions. It's telling me the grade levels right here, but I can actually, on my search, I can say, I just
Okay,
want
good.
pre-K2, and then it'll show me they're standing a few more of those. Now, up here in this search, you can also search by standards up here as well. So when I click that on, it gives me that same screen I had earlier, and I would search for my topic and then my grade. And then I can say all codes, and then it'll bring them up this way. There's not a whole lot on this one, neighborhoods.
Okay.
But Yeah. So in that you can also, if you get like a really broad search, so do
Mhm.
volcanoes. And we're about done, I guess. But if you do a really broad search, then you can narrow it down. Let me turn that off for a second. You can narrow it down up here by interactives, which is like that
Mhm.
game we did, activities, lessons.
Okay.
So they have all of these things. I didn't show you much of that, but I don't know if we'll have any of that for your kids. For your kids, let's see, Fix It Planet. That might be something they can do something in, or Fix It Shark. Um, the activities would be like if they can do drag and drop or something like that. Let's see. Yeah, this is too wordy for your kids. But anyway, so you can narrow it down by the type up here at the top, as well as the grade.
Okay.
So it's a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I like
All right.
keeps going out.
That's okay. All right. Well, I'm done. I just wanted to take 30 minutes of your time and just let you know that you've got that. Your kids have it.
So I
You
just
can.
log in. I don't have to make a password or anything.
It's right there on your class
Right
link.
in class link.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll pass
Thank
you right in.
you.
It'll pass your kids right in too. So
Okay, that's awesome.
yeah, yeah. So if you have questions, if you go in there and then you come up with some questions, just email me, Tanya Meadows, and I'll answer
Okay.
those for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, you too.
All right,
Bye.
bye-bye.